This
whichever
conference will
language you.
now be recorded.
We can we are good with English and we are comfortable Telugu also. No worries in that.
Okay. Yeah, which way is the best, most possible? Then I can go in either of the better way.
Yeah, you can go. We can go in English.
Okay. So, Yusuf Kumar, you also have been any experience with Informatica in past?
No,
Okay.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I didn't hear you. What you trying to say?
You also have any past experience with Informatica,
No, I
Sukumar?
don't have any experience with Informatica. I've been worked on monitoring tools like AppDynamics and Splunk before, and this is new to me.
Okay. So, I'm going to give just brief about Informatica and what it is exactly, just a demo on that Informatica. Okay, guys.
So are you gonna give us some knowledge on MDM and IDQ too?
I'll show you the IDQ portal and how the rules are and how the profiling concept I can show up on that. But MDM I have been never worked on that.
Okay, got you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So we have like why Informatica. So we have many other ETL tools, right? So do you guys know that Informatica is a ETL tool? So what
yes.
it means like ETL extract transform load. Other than that, do you guys know anything about that ETL?
Mm, no, I don't know about other than that. Just I
Okay.
used Informatica client server.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. So, so we have many other ETL tools. Like among that, one of them is Informatica. So we have DataStage, we have Talent, we have Ignicio. So in such a way, we have more number of ETL tools are there. So why is much preference to Informatica? Because this robustness. So if we develop any solution for a scenario, it would be acceptable in different ways. So in different case of testing, the scenario would be helpful. This that robustness and those scenarios, those features, whatever the Informatica provides, those are mostly used by the most of the projects.
Okay.
So what exactly ETL means? Extract, transform, load. What it will extract? It will extract the data from different sources. Different sources means it will
Like
extract the
source.
data from
Yeah.
a text file, from a database, uh, from a cloud database. It will extract from different sources, heterogeneous sources. It will extract data from different heterogeneous sources, and it will combine them in a using some transformations, and we can put it in a large data warehouse. Okay.
Okay.
P means we'll extract the data from different sources. T means transform. We'll
Transform.
we'll do some different transformations. So consider some bank application or mobile application. When we're trying to install, when we're trying to register at the first time, would be some people would be giving the information exact correct format. Some people would be giving in different formats. Some spelling mistakes or some data would be added by mistake printing. Some that kind of data would be adding, right? So those kind of data would be handled and transformed using the transformation stage. In the extraction stage, we would be extracting the data. In the transformation stage, we'll be correcting or transforming the uh, data. And final, we'll loading the data into a data warehouse. Got it, guys?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. So basically, the Informatica would be giving more features like so you guys are very familiar with YouTube, right? You guys with
Yes.
so surfing the YouTube videos and kind of things, right? So
Mhm.
and you are very familiar with Google also, right? You would be searching some different technical matters or some personal matters or kind of anything
Yes.
interested topics. So if you have entered any interested topic, so it would be prompting next time, right? So whenever you have
Yeah.
opened your browser, if you type that kind of word, previously entered word, it would be showing you some prompts, right? So these
Mm-hmm.
kind of information would be stored in a data warehouse. Okay, so this data
Okay.
warehouse would be giving a prompts whenever you are asking the same kind of words, whenever you're giving whenever you're
Mm-hmm.
one second. So whenever you're entering those kind of words, this would be prompting out. So this kind of stuff would be data would be coming from the data warehouse. So first of all, when we are trying to work with ETL tools, we would need some knowledge about data warehousing also. So in the
Okay.
data warehousing, we would be getting knowledge on how the data marts would be created, how the data warehouse would be created, what kind of key and pair relationship would be maintained. So we would be so consider if you have a bank account, so you would be one person having a bank account. He can take a loan. He can take some mobile banking. He can take some internet banking. He can take some savings account, some other insurance plan, and different kinds of scenarios would be there, right, in the bank. So those all details would be identified to a particular account number, right? Yeah,
Yes.
for a bank scenario. So
Yeah.
to identify using that account number, if you giving some account number as an input to the bank customer care number, then they would retrieve all the data about you, all the details what you have done with the bank. So how this is possible? This is possible by a some table data warehouse design would be implemented backend. So whenever the data you are accessing to that related to that design, so it would be getting you get the all the information when they are trying to retrieve that data. So,
Mm-hmm.
whenever we are trying to work with Informatica, we must know some bit knowledge about the data warehousing concepts also. So that would be
Okay.
lead to a better way to understanding each and every scenario when the client or else any scenario when we have faced anything about that. Okay,
Okay.
and the Informatica would provide uh, the Informatica would be using by more number of people. So as earlier I said, there are features. It have some features like parallel processing, load balancing, incremental load. Such kind of
Oh, in
features would be
in
provided.
Informatica we have parallel processing too.
Sorry. Yeah, we in
In
Informatica we have parallel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Informatica we have parallel processing also.
oh, okay. Okay.
So these all features would be help these organizations to build some robust solutions. You got it right. So either of the way scenario we have passed the data, anyway it would be given some better solution. In some
Okay.
cases, if we so I have a format like ABC. In that format only you have sent the input data, then it will only access. In that case only it will access. So if I send the
Okay.
format in different way like CAB, so then it will throw some error again. So in this informatical scenario, we can write some different levels of conditions so to handle any of the scenario. So in Informatica, we have a transformation named as router. So using that
Okay.
router, we can create some multiple group conditions. We can say that ACB can be followed to this table, CAB followed to this table, ABC followed to this table. We can write different levels of conditions over there. In
Okay. Got
Informatica,
it.
like this is a basic example I have said to you.
Okay.
So why as we know, the Informatica was a premium version without paying like we don't get any Informatica downloadable version, so we can't use. But we can get some standard edition. There are three types of editions in Informatica: standard edition, advanced edition, and premium edition. So advanced edition and premium edition would be chargeable, and the standard edition would be you can get it from some or Oracle, guys. Oracle account,
Yes.
do you have any
Yeah.
Oracle account e-delivery?
Yeah. 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 I do
So
have.
yeah, if you able to create some e-delivery Oracle account, then I'll send you a link through that. So through that link you can download the Informatica as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So right, like it can be accessed any kind of data, like so in XML data, like files data,
Okay.
different types of DBs. So if you want, I can go through with some kind of architecture thing.
Okay. Can you show the picture of that? It would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll tell some brief about architecture.
Okay.
This
No.
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, I think it is coming now. It is popping short, slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got it.
you can see now.
This is the basic Informatica architecture,
Okay, got it.
and
Okay.
you have seen the domain part, right?
Uh-huh.
This domain part,
Okay. Domain integration.
this domain part, yeah, this domain part would be you would be coming up with Informatica server scenario. At the point of installation, at the time you can see this kind
Integration.
of
Oh, okay, okay, got it,
wordings,
got it. Okay.
yeah, integration service. So without this integration service, we can't able to run a some workflow. Right?
Oh,
Workflow.
okay,
We
yeah, yeah.
will create some process, right? We will create some mapping. So that
Mm-hmm.
should be run with a
Report.
workflow. So that can be run with a integration service. So
Yeah.
whatever the data you would be passing it to, that would be reside on repository.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we
Basically,
should
there
create a
are,
repository name, right? For that, we need to create the
yeah,
domain and password.
yeah. So basically, there are five components would be on Informatica while after installing. So one of the most thing we will
Repository.
be accessing is repository service. This is domain service. This is workflow manager, and this is workflow monitor. And the
Monitor.
fifth one is IDQ developer.
Okay.
These all things
And what
would
is the
be you are
difference between
getting.
IDQ, MDM, and this Power Center and client?
Yeah. So the power center, in this power center, you can only develop the mappings. You can develop the
Okay.
mappings. You can write different rules. So
Okay.
when you're when you're speaking about a complete data warehouse, this is comes under
Mm-hmm.
for a database loading. Comes under database to data warehouse loading, and its transformations would
Okay.
be coming up here in power center. When you're coming to a analyzing like large data warehouse, and we need to do over there some uh, what we call some cleansing, some profiling. So cleansing is
Mm-hmm.
nothing but data cleaning. So profiling is nothing but
Okay.
ordering in a way. So we would be, as early as said, so we would be getting lots and lots of data. So then at that point of time, you would be ordering the data. So you would be like how you will do in a order. So 2010 would be having this data, 2011, 2012, such a way until
Mm-hmm.
2020 you would be maintaining the order, and you in the warehouse would be having historical data. So,
Okay.
for suppose a company is established at 1999, at the point of time, till date, every small information would be stored in a data warehouse. So at
Yes.
that time, if you need any file or if you need to access any information from the previous from the table or data warehouse, then you should have a some particular way or particular design. Some different levels of schemas would be there in a data warehouse. Those must be
Uh,
accessed by this by this data by this data warehouse. So you know Power BI also, right? reporting
Power
tool
BI.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard.
for some
Yeah.
reporting tools. So all those
Okay.
reporting, all those reporting tools use this data
Like
warehouse.
Tableau too.
Yeah, Tableau also. All these reporting tools should use this data warehouse, and
Mhm.
which helps them to create a report. So in the report would be there in the reporting tools they would be creating dashboards, right?
Yes.
You know anything about dashboards?
Yeah, yeah. I know. I know.
One second, I'll show sample dashboard.
Like
Some
pie
pie
chart. Pie.
charts,
Okay. Yeah,
some
yeah. I do
bar
remember.
graphs, uh,
Yeah, based on the data, we'll create the
networks and
dashboard,
maps
right?
would be,
Yeah.
yeah, this kind of data would be there. So you would be simply it is a drag and drop over there in the Power BI. So these
Mm-hmm.
data, these things would be coming up on a some like I have said right data warehousing concepts we need to know. So in this dimensions and facts would be there. It's there. So at that
Mm-hmm.
point of time, you should when we give the dimensions and facts to the particular bar graph or pie chart, then it
Mm-hmm.
will automatically based upon the rule it will divide into different levels. See, different scenarios like below there is years and some amount will be there. Based upon the dimensions and facts, those data would be dividing upon different levels when we access some data warehouse to
Okay.
generate reports. First thing here, we are extracting data from different sources. Like front-end application would be different, right? So at that point of time, you would be accessing the data from different applications, and you are storing in a data warehouse. After the completion of entire development and after push to your last entire development to some data warehouse, at that after that point of time the reporting tool concept would be coming into the existence, and it will help us to create some different levels of reports over there, this kind of stuff. These reports would be created uh, from the x-axis we would be giving some years, and y-axis we would be giving some values. So these can be happen with the help of dimensions and facts.
Okay.
So dimensions and facts are the two tables. So that you have any idea about star schema, Snowflake schema?
Uh, Actually, I forgot. I don't
Okay.
remember top of my head right now, but I remember those words. Star Sigma and
Yeah.
Snowflake
So
Schema.
basically to construct a data warehouse, you just need some data marts also. Consider
Mm-hmm.
a IT company, consider a IT company, consider an organization. So which is
Uh-huh.
considered as a some data warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So in that organization, you'd be having here some HR department, development department, IT department, right? Different levels of
Yes.
departments would be there, right? So each
Yeah.
department would be considered as a data mart. So
Okay.
all these combined data marts would be present in some organization named as data warehouse.
Okay.
You getting it right?
Yeah.
So each level the data would be different in different scenarios. So in the data warehouse we having different sectors like the IT department, HR department, and development department, testing department kind of thing. So in the data mart, in the each data mart there would be having some different star schemas, like schema designs would be there. So each key star schema means a fact table which surrounded by dimensions.
Dimensions.
Yeah. So the fact table contains all the foreign keys, and the dimension table all the contains some primary keys. The primary key and foreign key relationship should be maintained by the fact and dimension tables. So
Okay.
these all kind of stuff could be helpful when we are loading a data into a particular data warehouse,
Okay.
when we able to create a design or all kind of stuff. So considering this informatica development, so you all would be less working with this star schema designs and data warehouse components. Why? Because I'm saying so. When I'm speaking with data marts and data warehouse, all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff would be, if you know, then it would be easy to understand what is going on the background process and all those kind of stuff.
Okay, understood. Just a ETL in this Informatica developer will just load into databases, not to the warehouses.
Yeah. So
Okay.
considering this part, so different components, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you would be creating some folder. So if your project's having different modules, so consider you're having some different module or some module named as HBA. So
Mm-hmm.
you will create some folder named as HBA in this repository manager. Then after you'll go to workflow designer, mapping designer.
Dictionary. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the mapping designer you would be having some source. You would be creating the schema for source, and the target
Mm-hmm.
schema, and you would be creating a mapping, like considering source, and you having source and the target now. So now you are way to create some mappings over there. So you'll create
Okay.
some expression
Uh-huh.
transformation, some different levels of transformations would be there. You use either of the transformation to create. So in the source, you have some extra spaces in the data. So you'll remove the spaces and you'll send it to some different table, from staging table to final table. It'll do this kind of transformation. Some it's in the
Okay, got it.
designer. So whatever the mapping you have developed in the designer, that mapping would be coming to this workflow manager.
Manager, yeah.
Yeah, in the workflow manager, you will be creating a workflow for that
Mm-hmm.
mapping. So thereafter that you will create a session. So
Yeah,
the
for the work
session
process.
is, yeah, the session is the main thing here. In the session, you'd be giving the source and target connections. So
Connections.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the session you will give the connection, like source, where it is coming from. It is a file, whether it is a table.
Mm-hmm.
You'll create some connections over there, and you'll give the values to the connections, source and
Mm-hmm.
target.
Okay.
So after creating workflow with the session, then you'll save it and you'll run it over there. So then after you can
We can
see the
monitor in the monitor, yeah.
you can monitor in the monitor. So
Mm-hmm.
whether it is success or failure, whether it is running, like how many source records it have read from the source, how many
Yeah.
records were processed, how many failed. You can see the session log over there.
Mm-hmm.
So all kind of scenarios you can see in monitor.
Okay.
So coming to the sources, like I said here, this indicates different databases. This indicates
Different.
web services. This indicates different files. So different
Okay.
kinds of heterogeneous database we can read the data. So this
Okay.
part comes under server installation. So basically, after installing a server,
Admin.
we need, yeah, after installing the server, we need two services basically to work with all these, for all these kind of development. So
Mm-hmm.
what is those repository service and integration service? So
Okay.
integration service and repository service would be helpful to whatever the development we have done to work with. So the repository service would be, so they could basically the designer and the repository service would be communicated with the TCP/IP protocol.
Okay.
You know, right? Transfer control protocol. You know, right?
First of all, yeah.
Yeah. So these sources would be connected to the domain by through native drivers or ODBC means. So native drivers
Mm-hmm.
means you have installed the server within your machine, within your laptop. So then
Mm-hmm.
if you access the file from within your laptop, then it is known as native drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Or else your server was located in different client location, but you are provided with different system. Then at the point of time, if you want to access that file, then you need to create some ODBC connection.
Okay.
So these ODBC connections most probably would be given by the client itself. No
Mm-hmm.
worries. Uh, and after installation of server, then you need to you need to create the services, right? So for
Yes.
creating the services, you need to open the administration console.
Mm-hmm.
So administration console. That administration console would be accessed through a browser. So that's why they have given HTTP
HTTP.
HTTP thing. Yeah. So the Informatica administrator would be looking like this. Able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So this is the page we'll be seeing. These two services are Power Center Integration Service and Repository Service.
Mm-hmm.
After installing the server, you'll be able to see this page, this thing. These services would be over there. You
Mm-hmm.
should create from here.
Mm-hmm.
You should create from here to some services or the repository service and integration service. From then, you'd be able to access these repository. After creating these services, you need to configure the domains of this repository service. Then after that, you can
Mm-hmm.
access the data and you
Mm-hmm.
can create the mappings and those running everything should be happening through that.
So this part will do by administration team, right? Not the development team. This integration.
Yep.
Uh, okay.
This creation of repository service and integration service would be created by
Okay. Okay. Okay.
administration team. And by the
Okay.
way, if you now we are at training level, right? You guys, so you need to
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
install like you need to create it by your own now
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
to
Just I
do
want to
first
check
of all.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, these services would be most probably developer also would like to manage. Like basically in the Informatica administrator part, most of the things would be managed by developer also.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the important thing in Informatica and most of the thing which is not present in some other tools like
Mm-hmm.
Talent or DataStage.
Mm-hmm.
There is a versioning concept in Informatica which is not present in some other ETL tools.
Okay. What do you mean by
So you know
versioning?
versioning concept, right? Like okay. So
I
like
don't know.
Vamsi, right? Vamsi and Sukumar, right? So
Yes.
you both are working in one project. So you
Mm-hmm.
both are working in some one on a single mapping. So
Mm-hmm.
you have, but you are working in either of the some odd shift, some different shift. You are coming for a morning shift. He is coming from a night shift. So in that scenario,
Okay. Got it.
you have
Got it. Got it.
you have worked until this. Yeah, you have worked
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
this and scenario, and you have saved it, and you have logged out, and you have done. So after that, you'll when while you're going out, you'll check out and you'll go. So
Yeah. Yeah. Check
whoever
in and
comes
check out.
next,
Yeah.
whoever comes next and he wants to work on that same scenario, so he'll working on that part again. So if
Yeah.
he
I
got any
do.
issue or else anything mishappen by mistake, then you can get the previous version of that work
Yeah.
mapping as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it about a brief about Informatica.
Mm-hmm.
So once after our class starts, then I can say about everything, each and installation,
Mm-hmm.
each and every part as well.
Okay. And you
Uh,
work only on
uh,
Informatica or like a different any database or anything else?
I have worked on like Teradata, Oracle,
Okay.
SQL Server.
Okay. Oh, nice. And
So
what
this
kind of
database
scheduling tools you use for running the jobs?
will use Autosys,
Autosys?
Control
Okay.
M.
Oh, okay. And Tidal?
Sorry,
Tidal?
no, not used.
Okay. Okay.
So
Even
now I'm currently working on Informatica Cloud. That's no right.
okay.
Informatica
Yeah,
Cloud.
yeah, cloud. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Informatica
yeah.
Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, data integration, application integration.
Yes, yes, yes.
So currently working on that some different project.
Mm-hmm. Even I like 1 year of 1 year experience with Teradata.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So while we are working with Informatica, would be I have used Teradata also. You know
Uh-huh.
TPT connection, right?
Yeah,
TPT connection,
TPP.
Teradata
Yeah,
parallel
TPP.
transporter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You need to configure that connection while we're using Informatica.
Okay.
So, which in return it provides some fast load, multi load.
Multi. Yeah,
The
yeah,
TPT
yeah,
connection, yeah, TPT
yeah,
connection
yeah.
alone itself will be providing all this.
Okay, all 90% of the people use TPP connections only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the faster way.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, guys, have a call
Okay,
within
okay,
5 minutes.
okay, okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Uh, I will see you soon later. Once it's done.
Okay, okay, Trilok. Yeah, yeah. It
Thank
was
you.
nice talking to
Bye
you.
bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.